The total urban population in India is more than 377 million, constituting 31.2% of the total population. This urban population is larger than the total population of any other country in the world, barring China, and represents more than 10% of the total urban population of the world. India still has only 31% of its population living in urban areas compared to the global average of 50%. Urbanization is irreversible process, whatever one may say, and we will have to live with it. Traditionally, cities have been considered as engines of economic growth. Based on Indian Institute of Human Settlements analysis of 2011, the largest 10 cities in India, Greater Mumbai, Delhi, Kolkata, Chennai, Bangalore, Hyderabad, Ahmedabad, Pune and Surat and Jaipur, comprising 8% of the total population of the country, account for 15% of the total GDP of the country. The 53 million plus cities are estimated to produce around 32% of the GDP, and the top 100 largest cities in India are estimated to produce 43% of the GDP. This is clearly indicates that urbanization is greater enabler for enhancing economic growth. It is equally important at this stage for the government to invest in urban infrastructure. As per one of the estimates, the investment required for building urban infrastructure in India over the next 20 years is estimated approximately to $1 trillion. Urbanization, as all of you know, in India is largely city-centric. As per the census, the number of towns in India increased from 2,700 in 1961 to 7,935 in 2011, a more than threefold increase. In the last decade only, that is between 2001 to 2011, the number increased by 50%. The total population in Class 1 cities is 264.9 million, which is 70% of the total urban population. What is the alternative? That is the proposition that satellite cities are the best alternative. Satellite cities are seen as the best means of decentralize the urban growth. Conceptually, satellite cities could be self-sufficient communities outside their mother city. However, trends show that functioning in close link with the core city area, satellite cities experience a pattern of cross-commuting for work, education, etc. more often than not. Planning satellite cities must involve in-depth study of the present scenario and future projections of all developmental factors, including the demand for various services like housing, to reduce the current patterns of cross-commuting. It is imperative that the following goals are achieved to ensure ideal development of a satellite city.